What's up, everybody? This is PhillyRon and Madden 101, your place for quick tips to educate you on football and Madden. And today, I'm bringing gameplay from this Saturday's Best in the Business Bowl that was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, thrown by my good friend T-Boy of the Harrisburg Ballers Club, also Madden Federation. This is a Final Four game between Havoc, who's in the red, and Brusk, who's in the white. All right, so both guys are the San Francisco 49ers. On the left side of the screen, so you're looking up top for the score on the left, you'll see Brusk score. On the right side, you'll see Havoc score. Again, Havoc has the ball. He has selected the red jerseys. He's on offense. And you guys will be treated to a pretty good game here. All right, I'm a fan. I can say I'm a fan of all of the players in the Madden community, but I really like watching Brusk offense. Brusk has a very unique style of offense. And at the same time as saying that, Havoc also has a unique style of offense. Havoc is running the Carolina Panthers playbook. That was the trend early on in the year. But when EA patched that playbook, it seems like a lot of people ran away from that particular playbook. Instead of joining the masses, Havoc said, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to find the little quirks in this playbook and make this thing powerful to the point where it's going to give everybody problems. So I've actually had a chance to see Havoc play at some of the C4 Madden tournaments out at Fort Lee, New Jersey, at a place called Local Battles. So I've seen him play. I've seen how his offense works. Has a very good offense as well, very efficient, can jump on you, and is very methodical with the ball. So this should be a very good game. So let's go ahead and get into it right away. As you can see, Havoc is spreading the field. You know, he really likes running this type of formation. I'm a fan of this particular set as well. You know right away who you need to go to. It looks like Brusk has great defense for that particular set right there and is able to get him for that sack. And if you get an opportunity to go back on that play, you can see when you're running them spread formations like that, basically one of the main plays in that set is going to be curl flats. And I'm not trying to give away what Havoc was doing, and we see here Havoc goes right up top for the early score on Brusk, and you know we're going to see how does that force Brusk to make any type of adjustments, because nobody really likes getting hit deep like that. So Havoc comes right out, kicks the ball. It looks like Brusk is going to call for a fair catch, but he doesn't, and this is going to be a safety. All right, so. And I'm trying to give you some of the excitement that happened on that day, because what you just saw right here, that ball is coming down. Brusk calls for a fair catch. The ball hits his man and bounces out of the end zone. Now, me personally, if the ball hits you in the end zone, it's dead. But it hit his player. It bounced out of the end zone. A man who was already in the field of play ran back and dove on the ball and fell into the end zone. And that's why Havoc was able to get that safety. So that 9-point swing right there is going to be a serious hole for Brusk to climb out of, and it's going to be pretty unique for us, or pretty good for us, to see how a guy with a good offense, you know, plays from behind. And look at that quarterback wrap, that read option. That is a pain in the ass to deal with. Havoc has that thing down to a science. A lot of the guys, that particular gameplay, I've seen that a lot this year at those local battle, those C4 tournaments. So I'm used to seeing that. And if you've played, what I was telling some of the guys there on Saturday was, you're not going to see anything that you haven't already seen at the local, the local battles, the C4 tournaments that I've broadcasted from. It seems like that group of players have a unique style of play, or that's more like I don't want to say East Coast, because even Harrisburg is on the East Coast, but it seems like the gameplay from those tournaments are a little bit different from what we saw throughout the day at the Harrisburg event. And that could be because we had guys coming from Virginia, we had guys coming from Michigan, the Michigan area, we had guys from I think Virginia, Michigan, Philly, and maybe even some New York guys there. So it was a pretty diverse group of ballers, and we were able to see a little bit of new gameplay out there as well. And that's just smart offense right there. When you don't have anything and instead of forcing the issue, you go ahead and take what the defense gives you, instead of just trying to make something happen. And Havoc right there was able to just take off upfield, get a quick first down. Now has the ball at the 14-yard line. And I don't want to say that he's clocking already or milking the ball already, but with a commanding lead of 9 points, knowing that, one, you scored on your first possession, knowing that when you're kicking off to play defense, you're able to get the ball back and you get 2 points from that, he doesn't have to really rush his game. He can actually take his time, and that's what you see here. And that's just smart. And I know a lot of guys of this particular era, I'll call it the era, or this generation of Madden ballers, have become addicted to the hurry up and just running offense as quick as possible. Whereas when you're doing that, you're also giving your opponent the opportunity to see your offense more than they would if you just run like a normal pace or a balanced pace. All right. And because of that, guys normally run out of gas basically on offense somewhere in the third quarter, or right at the end of the third quarter going into the fourth quarter. So there's nothing wrong with you running a hurry up offense. Just make sure that you run it is pretty diverse so that your opponent isn't getting a read on exactly what you're looking for, and it can shut everything down for you. So let's get back to this game real quick. Again, Havoc is on offense. He's in the red jerseys. Brusk is on defense in the white jerseys. That's a beautiful draw play up the middle for the touchdown. The defense, I don't know what Brusk was in right there, but I know that Brusk is running. He runs that 4-6 bear under. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that right there was some sexy offense, because instead of just always going to the pass, Havoc just used some real simple, efficient offense and just took that halfback draw because he saw the middle of the field wide open. Again, at the end of the first quarter, start of the second quarter, this is PhillyRon doing a rebroadcast of a game, a Final Four game between Brusk and Havoc that happened this Saturday at the Best in the Business Bowl in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This event was thrown by our good friend T-Boy. Again, this event was in memory of his son, T-Boy Jr., who was slain on a basketball court sometime last year, and as support for our friend or our Madden family member, because in this community, we aren't just competitors. This is like a fraternity, but a fraternity of brothers. So we really look out for each other, and we treat each other like family. And so I wanted to make sure I came out and showed my support. A lot of the other guys came out and showed their support as well, knowing how much this meant to T-Boy. Brusk is on offense right now, and I've told, this was the first time I actually had an opportunity to try to sit back and watch Brusk play offense. And some of the other tournaments that I've seen him play in this year, the times that I've had the opportunity to sit and watch him for a few minutes, the guy's offense is extremely efficient and is problematic as far as what I'm concerned. And the reason why I say that is most offensive plays, guys, what we're doing this year is you'll have, streaks, streak fade combo or wheel route or something like that, so that you can have inside positioning, pass lead for one of those plays. And what Brusk does is Brusk has offensive plays that create meshes and rubs to the point where he'll have three-way options in his routes or in his plays. So that's why I wanted this as a featured game on Saturday, because you're get a chance to see Havoc and his offense as efficient as he is. You also have the opportunity to see Brusk and how schematically advanced his offense is, and how some of the rubs the routes create wide open passes for Brusk. And even right there, that the small thing that he did there by motioning that running back over to the left side from the right to left to create four pass options on one side of the field. I mean, just simple things like that make so much of a difference in making your offense run efficiently. Because a defense can't technically defend four guys on one side of the field. So if they don't rotate over, that you're going to have someone wide open. Those are just simple things that, the older, now I don't even say older players, but the vets will do to make sure that they can keep moving on offense. But again, while I'm saying all that about Brusk, you see how effective defensively Havoc is. By, guys will say that I have you in a box, and you saw right there, Brusk didn't have anything but a lane to run with the quarterback. He couldn't do anything else. But now look, he took off real quick, but he had that tight end wide open for like an inside pass lead, or even if he didn't even need the inside pass lead, he could just threw it straight to him for a touchdown. But at the same time, again, when you're in that hot seat, things are a little bit different, especially when you're playing from behind, or you start off the game with some of the BS that happens sometimes when playing it. So the benefit that you guys have by watching this game right here is you're seeing an elite player in Brusk, and Havoc is good as well. You're seeing an elite player having to play from behind. So a lot of times, everybody, I don't care who it is, everybody can play this game with a lead. All right, everybody can play. Now, some people can't play with big leads; they start to crumble. But at the same time, most of us, or most of the guys in the tournament community, can play with the lead and dictate the pace of the game. So now what we have to see is, what do you learn, or what can you guys, as you're watching this, instead of just watching the game, what can you learn, from Brusk here? If you're in this situation, how do you come back? Or what could he have done to come back? Or what can he do to come back from this 16-point deficit right now? And that's something that, we really need to focus on. Right there, you see him try to resort to the rocket catch, the quick rocket catch to the front of the end zone. But at the same time, is that really what you need to do? Because more than likely, I saw 3 or 4 defenders over on that side, so you could have had something open in the middle of the field. But right here, again, he comes back, he runs 2 whip routes by the slot receivers, and then he sends that running back on that angle route. And that right there is a pretty sexy play. That's extremely efficient. It's not that hard for anybody to come up with that concept, but it is extremely efficient. So that's what you need to do when you're playing from behind. You need to really just focus on running efficient plays, making sure you see what the defense is doing, make sure you see your route is open and throw that ball. You can't really take too many chances in this position because you're already down. And right there, that 4th and 2, instead of taking the 3 points, I understand, they want to get more than 3 on the board, but you got to get something on the board. So he's coming away with that possession empty-handed. I believe Brusk is supposed to get the ball back in I believe he's supposed to get the ball back in the second half. So I would have just took the 3 and had my opportunity to try to drive down at the start of the second half, to go 10-16 and be within, a chance to actually take the lead instead of putting myself in a deeper hole, because now I'm going into the second half without any points at all. All right, so again, this is PhillyRon. You are checking out a broadcast or a rebroadcast of a game that was played on Saturday between Havoc, who's in the red jerseys, and Brusk, who's in the white jerseys. This was at the Harrisburg Ballers Club Madden Federation Best in the Business Bowl. Again, we had a great day of competition, a lot of good talent out there. I wanted to showcase. I did a stream, but at the same time, I grabbed 2 games that I wanted to use to feature for you guys, so that you can have a crisp look at gameplay there without having any lag or anything, because I saw people complaining about lag in the chat, and I wanted to make sure that I had something that is worth your while to actually see. There was a great pass by Brusk right there. That's just good pocket pressure, because there was pressure coming in. He didn't rush or anything. He took his time and completed the pass down the sideline. So again, it's a great play right there by Brusk. Let's see if he can use that to build some momentum and climb back into this game. And also, out of respect for the guys who are playing the game for Brusk and Havoc, I want to make sure that I mention, when we do see things that are wide open, a lot of these players are baiting their opponent to think that that's wide open, and it's not really wide open, so that when you go back and you're watching this stream, or if you go back and you're replaying this video, you go ahead and take a look at how some of those routes do look open, but you'll see that the guy on defense is actually controlling someone in the middle of the field and trying to move over to actually jump in front of that. Another thing with that is when you see wide open routes, like I mentioned before, just because you can see it doesn't mean that this person isn't as efficient on offense as you are, because the pressure of sitting side by side with someone and this particular pressure from this game, this is a Final Four game, so this game will give you the opportunity to advance to the finals so that you can play for $1,500. That's a lot of pressure, you know. $1,500, or being able to play for $1,500 is a big opportunity, and if you're a game away from that, you don't want to make any stupid mistakes that's not going to give you the opportunity so that you can play for that. So again, right here, you're seeing, again, I told you guys earlier, the trend this year in Madden. I know a lot of you guys know I'm not speaking to my Madden vets or the elite players. This video will be seen on YouTube, as well as it'll be posted on multiple Madden sites. You got the TML, you got the Gamers Lab. I'm sorry, you have Madden Tips. I believe there's a Madden school site, Madden student sites, all the different sites out there. Everybody can embed it. I have no problem with that. I'll give all you shout outs like I just did. Again, this is a community thing. I want to advance our community, advance the competitive community. I'm doing the same thing on Ultimate Team, but I want to make sure I'm doing the same thing, always supporting my guys who actually come out and travel and put money behind their name, saying that they are the best players. You know, it's easy to sit at home, you know, in front of your Xbox on the internet, and from the comfort of your office like me, or the comfort from your living room or your plush chair, and play this game. But when you're at an event where you got 50 or so other guys who are playing, and you can't look at your play art, and you got people screaming, and you got 20 or you got 30 or so people standing just focusing in on your game, it takes a whole lot of skills, a different skill set in order to perform in that level. So, you know, I know guys have always said before, these guys only play with 2 or 3 different plays. No. That's not the case. And even if they do, they have to make sure they maximize the opportunities in that play, you know, because there's plenty of NFL teams that'll stay in the same formation. And that's all you're basically seeing when you're at these competitive events. You'll see guys who like certain formations, and they'll just hot route and manipulate the play until they get it to their liking. All right, so again, Brusk is able to come down and finally get some points on the board. He has 6 points. I'm not, you know, it kind of sounds crazy when I'm saying it, like, hey, he only has 6 points, but nah, he's able to come down. He's within 10 points now. And if we just go back to what I said coming into the second half, if he would have just took those 3, right now in this game is 9-16. He's within a touchdown. He's within a touchdown of the game. Right now it's a 2-possession game, or it is a 1-possession game with. No, it's not a 1-possession game. I'm sorry. Right now it is a 2-possession game. So he's basically put that additional pressure on him. He's added a possession instead of just taking the 3 on that 4th and 2. All right, and then coming out and scoring, and now he would have been up. Matter of fact, he wouldn't even have to go for 2 on his last possession. He would have kicked there, and it would have been 10-16. Again, he would have been able to have opportunity to score and take the lead instead of having to, you know, need 2 possessions in order to come back. So let's see how Havoc is going to take advantage of his fortune right now, which basically he has a clock in favor of him, and he has a 10-point advantage. So he runs the Panthers playbook. Panther has a great strong formation, a great strong close formation. I know this because me and my son, my oldest son, plays with the Panthers playbook and is pretty efficient with this, especially when you start marrying in that QB read and that QB wrap mess that has been so efficient out of that pistol in this playbook. So again, we're wrapping up, going into the championship quarter, which is the 4th quarter. Again, you're listening to PhillyRon. This is a rebroadcast of a Final Four match between Havoc, who's in the red, and Brusk, who is in the white. Havoc is up 16-6 over Brusk. The scores again on your left, Brusk, on the right, Havoc. We're in the 4th quarter, and that wrap or that read, give the ball off to Gore, or that sweep for that easy first down, man. The only bad thing about that particular play is he ran out of bounds. I'm sure he didn't want to, but it is what it is. Again, here, the mode or the mindset for Havoc is all about efficiency and maximizing my possession, whether that's by points or whether that's by burning up this clock. I got to make sure that I continue to do that. And so right now, there's no rush, man. You'll see. He's just going to take his time. And again, this is probably the hardest thing to deal with when you are playing from behind and you know that you're a solid player. You have a real good offense. So I know this is tough for Brusk to swallow right now, but again, even on defense, he can't be too aggressive, because if he gets too aggressive on defense, he gives Havoc the opportunity to get another big play. And again, because Havoc's first score was that deep bomb, I believe it was to Moss, that right there is enough to put that thought in the Brusk mindset that, hey, if I get too greedy here trying to go for a stop or trying to get this ball back, he's just gonna he might hit me over top again. So instead of coming out and being too aggressive, I'm just gonna play my base defense, and I'm gonna try to keep him in front of me and get him out of here. So right now it's 3rd and 5. So let's see what Brusk does. Again, it looks like he's in that 4-6 bear under. He chased the sweep and gave Kaepernick the easy first down. Again, don't get too crazy on offense. Take what the defense gives you. You saw if you guys want to go ahead and run. I wish I had a replay button, but if you had the opportunity, you have the opportunity to go back. Just go back and take a look at that. You saw Brusk was manually in control of that defender. He ran with the running back, and Havoc just took off to the right side, the area that he vacated for the easy first down. And that's all it's about right now. I'm just going to be efficient. I don't want to give Brusk the ball back because I know he can score. I know right now it's not a fluke, but I know right now the gimmick that happened at the beginning of the game, I don't want Madden to give him the same fortune that they gave me. So I could see Havoc just saying, hey, I'm just going to be real simple with this. Don't run them stretch plays. And the reason why everybody's running stretch is because nobody really wants to go inside against Willis and them, because nobody's trying to give up no hit sticks. So again, if you're not used to playing with the 49ers or against the 49ers, if you're playing any opponents who have the 49ers, and again, this isn't for my guys who are the diehard Madden vets. This is for the guys who are just so happen to stumble across this video and want to learn, how the elite players play. The reason why you want to run outside is because if Pat Willis makes you fumble, you sure as hell don't want that ball to be in the middle of the field. You'd rather it be close to the sideline so that the ball can possibly bounce outside, or one of your players can jump on it. And you see right here, this is the hardest play in football to stop. I don't know anybody who can stop this play, and that's that quarterback nil. I'm fortunate enough to who have actually coached football, not at the high school level, basically right under that, which is the Pop Warner midget division, which is 165-pound players. I coached between the age of 13 to 16 years old. I've actually had an opportunity to win, or I've actually won a Pop Warner National Championship, a Super Bowl, as a coach. And that's one of the things I asked the head coach. I would run up to him and say, yo, right before the game started, how they going to stop quarterback nil? And nobody has the answer to that. It's just sexy to be able to say that to a person. You sit down next to somebody and just say, yo, how you going to stop quarterback nil? There's nothing that you can do to stop that play. If I'm kneeling on you, that's a wrap. So again, instead of getting too much into that, let's go ahead and get back to the game. Again, you see Havoc with the commanding 16-6 lead, a 10-point lead over Brusk as we wrap this game up. 1 minute and 13 seconds left. Again, two great competitors. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see more of a explosive game, simply because of that fumble at the beginning of the game on Brusk's first possession. If you haven't had opportunity to see that, if you came in the middle of this, make sure you go back and take a look at the first quarter and see just how crazy things got, and why Havoc has this 16-6 lead on Brusk.
And the offense will call a timeout. They ought to award him
as I come to an end of this particular video, what I want to make sure I do is give everybody credit, say thank you for always participating and following when I broadcast. I really do appreciate all the support I got while I was out in Harrisburg. I appreciate all the support that I got while doing the stream. Even though the stream was laggy, guys were saying, hey, we just appreciate the fact that you're doing this for us. So again, it's not about me. It's about you guys. I'm trying to make sure that you have the opportunity to get a feel for a live event. And if you're at a live event, I want to make sure that you get an opportunity to shine. Your gameplay gets the opportunity to shine. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate Havoc and Brusk for letting me record this game and get this up to everybody. You guys are great competitors. Havoc did a great job with this game. Brusk, as always, keep your head. And we know we're still going to see major things from you in the future. So with that, everybody have a great day. Have a great week in gaming. And I will be seeing you guys shortly. If you haven't already, make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that whenever I do stuff like this, it'll just automatically be sent out to you so that you know what's going on. All right, everybody, take care. It's been fun. This is PhillyRon broadcasting a game between Havoc and Brusk. Take care.